Can you give me your phone again? God, this is fucking annoying. Here you go. Sorry, you can get it, man. You're good, you're good, you're good, you're good, you're good, you're good. Okay, I'm already streaming, so. Whoa. Ahmed, what's up, dude? Yeah, I know I'm live. What's up, bud? Thanks for joining, Ahmed. Play Roblox. Dan, I already told you how scary that game is. Oh, hey, John Man Bob, what's up? Hey, you might have saw my post. I thought I lost all my members because I closed my AdSense. If you don't know, I'm trying to switch my AdSense over to America. And luckily, I keep all my members, but you won't be charged for the next month. Which is kind of actually really cool that YouTube does that. But what happens, unfortunately, is I can't see my members. So I thought I just like lost all my members when I closed my AdSense, but no, you just won't be charged. The only other problem though is I can't do like a members. Oh, maybe I can do a members video. Well, we'll find out tomorrow when I try to make a members video. Anyway, stream starting soon. Not yet, Dan. They haven't sent me a it just says like processing right now. So I have to wait till they say, oh, guess what? We figured out you're a legal resident of America. It's true. You really do exist in America. You know, I think the biggest problem that messed it up for me is when I started the channel, I started it in Japan. So now they're probably going to check like, wait, where's this channel connecting from tonight? And they're going to probably see that I connect from an IP address in America. Oh, there's a way you can still see the member stuff. You can show me, Dan. That would be super helpful, dude. By the way, Dan, you still gonna go live at 10? Also, how's the balance on music and me talking, guys? I got some creepy ambient playing in the background. What's up, Moderate Thinker? Welcome back. All right, we're getting a good turnout already. This is crazy. Having this many people already here. I'm lucky if I get like 9 or 10 people. My son just said, I'm not Sigma. I'm not Skibbity Toilet. I'm not Phantom Tax, guys. What do you guys think of that? Is it true? Am I really not Sigma? Is my son right? Don't worry, the only reason I don't have the camera on right now is I'm just eating and drinking food. This is my first time eating and drinking for the day. Yeah, if I can't find my webcam, I'll just do a regular boring... No, Dan, ASMR stream. Come on. You gotta light up people's ASMR receptors. Maybe do like one of those like ear cleaning streams, and then like you know, maybe tell a creepypasta but like an ASMR voice, be like, and then Smile Dog was seen on the camera. You got Riz. Dan says I've got Riz, Maki. Eh? Nani kore? Riz wa nani kore? Let's make it only fair. Ahmed, man, you must joke around like Dan and I do. We just made the same joke today. Yeah, Dan and I were just joking about this today. Setting up different webcams, having multiple webcams. One for colonoscopy, ASMR. Oh, I think that might not make it past the YouTube censors. By the way, my video from yesterday, censored for ads. Like, it's like only limited ads. I don't know what I said yesterday. I guess it was just like the topic of the game I played. Which, oh my god, come on, give me a break. That game wasn't like gory or anything like that. But yeah, that's what we deal with here on YouTube. Um, you know, what what did we talk about that was like so horrible? You go to a person's apartment. I guess the fact that it's like, well, I guess I shouldn't even talk about it. I'm going to get this video banned from being possible for ad revenue. We just talked about like what a stigmatized property is. Ridiculous, man. Is anything safe anymore from the censors? By the way, tonight I'm wearing blue screen blockers. So if I look like a mega nerd, just know I don't actually have a prescription for glasses. It's actually, I've noticed when I'm streaming late at night like this, I've got all the lights turned off because I'm trying to play scary games and add it to the atmosphere of a darkened room. I mostly only have blue lights lit up throughout the room. So it's been kind of leaving me with sort of sore eyes. So I know if I wear these glasses, it kind of takes the edge off of that. How is the music sounds kind of loud to me, but I've only got it turned up to like about 15%. I just hear it in my headphones way louder than you guys do. I've got to figure out a way to. I thought about making an OF. John Man Bob, you sound like you'd be perfect for it, but it's just me on acid trying to figure out how the controls work on retro video games. All right, you've already got your first member, dude. I'd watch that. I love this description, man. You also have the same sense of humor as Dan and I. Definitely Dan probably had a giggle on that one too. Can't hear the music at all? That means I probably got to turn it up more. I had the same problem last night. You'll probably start to hear it now, but now it's like overpoweringly loud in my ears. Alexis, hello, welcome to the stream. We're just waiting around. I'm not sure what for. We're going to have a couple options tonight about what we actually use the stream to do. I do have other games we can play, but we also talked about watching a horror movie tonight. Don't worry, it's not gory or anything like that. We're not. It's actually already on YouTube for free. Just a lot of people don't know about it. There's actually like a lot of good Japanese horror movies on there. The music is better now. It was a bit low. Okay, so yeah, like this, it's so weird. Like I hear it crazy loud in my headphones. There's got to be, you know what I probably need to do? I need to buy a mixer. That's the next level of setup I need. I've got a light ring now. I've got a headset. I actually even have an extended arm for my microphone, which I don't use here. I use that for the YouTube videos. Well, these are YouTube videos too. I don't know. Streaming and making a YouTube video feels very different. So what's on the menu for tonight? Oh, okay. Well, actually, no, I should still tell you what it is that we have a choice between doing. So we've got a couple horror games, or we might watch a horror movie called Psycho the Large Family. The only thing I'm worried about is it's a anthology. And hold on just a second. It's an anthology. Oh shoot, you know what? I'm so stupid. Okay, hold on, give me a second here. Why haven't I popped out the I need to pop out the chat so you guys can see the chat. I'm forgetting to do this. Alright, give me a second, guys. Hold on. This is really annoying because I gotta click on YouTube. I gotta open my own video. There's probably a better way to do this. But the only way I know how right now is I go to my own channel. Pop out chat. There we go. Alright, I go to my own channel. I open up the stream. You can hit this button that says pop out chat. Then I capture the window from my own stream of the popped out chat. And I know there's gotta be another way to do this, and I haven't figured it out yet. I'm still learning my way around the whole OBS situation. Alright, window capture. We'll call this one chat. Gotta name those windows. Alright. Okay. Let's move chat over here. Whoa. There we go. About right there. Oh, and by the way, I created this template tonight. This is my first time making a template for my stream. It's my own original template. Last night I was borrowing some art and it wasn't cool because, you know, I didn't know the artist's name and his link and everything like that. I felt really bad. So I was like, you know what, I need to get serious about this and make my own stuff so I'm not borrowing anybody's stuff. All right. Dan, I like your jokes, dude. Your volume isn't working and all you can think about is drinking. My volume doesn't work. I need a mixer. Good stuff, Dan. OBS is Outback Steakhouse. Dude, I love it, dude. You're killing it tonight. Where can I see your live act? Oh, you definitely... Okay, thank you, Aaron. You're so nice, man. Aaron says he definitely notices the getting everything set up on my own. I appreciate that, man. This stuff's no joke. Like, you gotta really know what you're doing. I'm just joking. Like, I'm a boomer trying to make all this stuff work. But it's... I don't know. It's fun. It's fun. I'm just happy I can interact with the viewers and stuff like this. I always feel like I take 100 years to answer you guys in the comments. Or sometimes I read the comment and I'm like... All right, I'm a little bit busy. That's a great comment. I'm going to answer later, and then I just totally forget. My ADHD gets the best of me, and I'm just like, what was I talking about? All right. What are we at, 9:04?
Fear cannot be contained.
What?
Universal Orlando Halloween Horror Night.
What?
Enter the red-faced demon's lair and keep away from Keyface in Insidious, The Further, and more.
All right.
Grab your tickets now. Event not recommended for children under 13.
Guys, event not recommended for children under 13. My event too, okay, guys? If any of you are under 13, don't watch this stream tonight, okay? Actually, I had some actual students find my channel at my job, which is fine. Like, my channel is pretty tame. Obviously, I just talk about Japan. But they were like, I saw you do live streams, Mr. Ackerman. Can I join your live stream? And I was like, all right, look, you can join, but if you talk anything about my job, you're going to get banned. Like, I said, don't dox me on stream. They're, oh, okay. I mean, they're cool kids. I love them. They're all the greatest students ever, but, like, a little weird to have my own students show up to stream. I have had some of them leave comments on my videos, but I've never actually had any show up to my stream. I will say, if any of them do see this, ask your parents before you decide to join my stream. I do have this rated as not for kids, in that category. So you're a kid, go ask your parents. You haven't been 13 in 21 years? Oof. Still younger than me. No one at my job is ever aware of how old I am. I've had people like 10 years younger than me tell me about, like, well, back in my day, we used to have these video game systems, and I'm like, bro, what are you talking about? Like, you're 33, I'm 45. Like, they'll start, like, telling me about, like, Dreamcast and stuff. I'll be like, Dreamcast? Yeah, I was, like, just finished college when Dreamcast came out. Dan's gonna dox me. Actually, Dan, I pretty much let you dox me earlier today. Dan was being super helpful. Don't think he's like, yeah. Scott is a veterinarian. Does that mean I get, like, benefits for being in the war? Is that what a veterinarian is? Say again? 今日は21の日、日曜日. So, my son was asking me what day it is. See, when every day feels like a vacation, you never really know what day it is. I just gave myself a heart. Is that legal? I mean, a heart in chat. Ooh, look. That's fun to press. If I tell you when I was 13, all right, hey, look, we're all, you know, it's okay. I have like lots of people. I have like, you know, people who are in 60 and 70s. I mean, my own parents watch my show. And they're what, 78 and 70, 75? So, I mean, Scott works in the restaurant district of Dobutsu-en-mai. Oh, that sounds vile. If you guys ever saw, I've shown Dobutsu-en-mai in my videos before, and it is a sight. It's a nasty place. It's got so much character, though. Deep Fried Hugs, welcome back, man. Felice, welcome back. It's true, I'm on disability, and I don't need to know the day of the week, so I never know what day it is. That's fine. Honestly, I will say, like, when I first got to America, I got offered my first job in, like, 2 weeks. It's the same job I'm working now. But I couldn't start for almost 2 months, and I was, like, losing my mind with, like, how the days just like blended together. Or even during summertime, you know, like as a teacher we get that time off. Like, I'll say you lose track of the days, but you also feel like it goes by so fast. 35, you're still young. 35 was a fun time. It was a pretty good age. The only thing that sucks about when you turn 30 is, well, I don't know, for me at least, is like finally my metabolism started to slow down. I couldn't just eat anything I wanted all the time. Now I've finally regulated myself again where I know how many calories I can eat without gaining any weight, but man, it took me a while. I don't know if you guys ever noticed, my weight like fluctuates a bunch in like the older videos. There was times where I was up to 90 kilograms, if you can imagine that. That is big for me. I can't wait to retire. Alexis, man, I wish you the best with retiring. I don't think I'm ever going to get to retire, honestly. I think I will most likely die working my job. I can't foresee myself ever retiring, especially having just bought a house now at 45 years old. I hope to pay it off in 20 years, but that means I'll be like 65 and yeah. I'm 5'11". 5'11" and 3/4, so sometimes I say 6 foot, but like that's off by 1/4. Yeah, I was big. That 90 kg was big for me. If you guys don't know how much that is, it's 2.2 times 90. That's how much pounds. That's like 188, am I right? No, 198? What's that? What is that? Sorry, I'm not good at math. This is my first day trying math. But that was big. I was really... I just remember I used to have to walk to school. Well, I say walk to school. I'm walking to teach at a school. And I would get off... Yeah, no, it's not too bad. Yeah, if you're muscular, but I wasn't muscular. I was just a blob. I was out of shape. I was just 90 kg of fat. It was not cool. It was during the time my wife was pregnant for the first time. I was just like eating a bunch of stuff with her all the time. I'm like... She was eating for two, so it made sense. But I was also eating for two, but I was still one person. I got really fat during that time because she couldn't move around much, so I just sit there with her and, you know, like she ate healthy during that time. She just kept eating like bowls of rice, like that's all she could stomach, because she'd be sick feeling all the time. But rice could go down really easy. But every time she'd grab a bowl of rice, I'd grab like a snack, some kind of bad snack. But yeah, you're right. Like if you're like a big muscular dude at 5'11", 90 kg, then you would just kind of look like a Hulk. But I just look like a bulk. You were helping her with her pregnancy cravings by eating more. Yeah, yeah. She was eating for 2. I was eating for 3. Yeah, good one, good one. All right, guys. Hold on. Give me just a second here. I'll switch out to. All right, look, I got the. Okay. Let me. Properties. Oh, can I do transform on this? Sorry, I just burped into the mic. That's not cool. Edit transform. Okay, I'm gonna drop the top down a bit. Crop the top by probably that's about what 100. Oh my god! All right, we're done. We're done. We're done. Okay, there we go. I'm turning this off. See, this is why I've got YouTube Premium. I don't have YouTube Premium on my Arrested account though. Maybe one day when I'm living the high life, I'll get myself 2 subscriptions to YouTube Premium. All right. Top. All right, what? 300 maybe? Ooh, wait, that was maybe too much. Hold on. We'll do 250. How about that? There we go. Ugh, I hate advertisements. Close. All right. I'll always work. Don't kid yourself. I want to travel. I'd go crazy if I had to stay home. You were eating for 3. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, my dream, if I could just like do what I wanted for work, like I would just do art all day, like my own art for myself, but no one wants to buy that stuff. All right, let's see, video capture device. All right, I want to put this over top of the chat. Pull chat down. All right. Okay. Wait, what happened? Did my Osoroshii sign turn off? Why? Hold on. I gotta get it plugged back in again. I'm using batteries in it right now, and they probably already did. Yeah, it's dead. It's okay. You can still read it. Whatever. Yeah, it sounds dreamy to be off work for a long time when you're working, but I've been on disability for a number of years, and now it really sucks to not be part of the world anymore. I'm sorry, Felice. I can, you know what? Like, I can totally understand that. Not because I've ever been on disability, but like, when I worked in Japan, like for the 15 years, you don't have the same camaraderie that you would have in America or just, a country where you speak the same language. Partially because I was, gaijin, I was outsider, but also because I couldn't speak fluent Japanese I can speak like middle schooler Japanese, but I couldn't speak like an adult pretty much. And so I never could have like long conversations with people, just, shooting the BS as you do. And that is one thing I've really noticed about coming back to America and finally working again here in the States is just like that little bit of interaction, communication, talking about your weekend, asking someone what they're up to recently, learning about what's going on with their family. Well, that's the other thing about Japan though. Like people don't talk about like family stuff. People aren't like, my cousin's living with me right now and can't wait till that person can move out because man, our house is really cramped. They'll just like never tell you anything personal, even if you've worked with them for like ages. That's one of the rough parts about working in Japan. Like you never get close to people. I'm sure there are people who have closer relationships at jobs, but it takes a long time for them to trust each other, even like other Japanese people. So for a gaijin on top of it who can't even speak the language fully on their level, it takes even longer. So coming back to America and finally like having the small aspect of just trading stories, making friends at work and stuff like that, like if you don't have that, like it does feel like you are disconnected from the world. I know exactly what you mean. Um, but Felice, you're not disconnected from us here. You're part of our little world here on the unrest streams of Osoroshii nights, okay? So let us be your connection. Um, do you have a favorite festival in Japan? I've never been to it, but one I've always wanted to go to, and it's mostly in rural areas, is there is a doll burning festival. So I don't know if you guys know this. I'm going to talk about this actually on Osoroshi, so you guys are kind of getting a sneak peek, but dolls are considered like to have a soul in Japan. They're not something you can just throw away in the garbage. Um, any and I'm talking any type of doll. Like if you have a little kid's doll, or you have like an ornamental Momotaro doll for your boys' day setup and stuff like that. You can't throw any of those away just the way you would like toss out like normal trash. You have to keep it around and wait till there's a doll burning festival because the souls have to be properly released back into um, the soul pool. I don't know how else to explain it. The way Shintoism and Buddhism works is like there's like a soul pool, and you come in and out of that pool of souls. Um, and I've never gotten to go to it, but I've heard there's like a massive festival where they make this huge pile of dolls of all different types, and they set it on fire. Um, that sounds amazing. I don't know. I've been to a bunch of festivals out by my area. Probably the best one I ever went to was one where they were putting on a no play. And when I say no, I mean like NOH. That's where they wear the masks and stuff like that. And it was based on one of my favorite theater plays. I don't know. There's probably an official name for the type of play it's called, but um, it's called Koroyama, which is like Black Mountain. And well, I don't want to tell you the whole story. I don't want to spoil it for you. But if you ever want to look at a good story for a play that's like starts out very subtle and very just like seems like a traditional, um, whimsy mythical tale of Japanese, mythology lore, whatever you want to call it. Listen to Koroyama. It starts out like really lighthearted and stuff like that and ends like really gruesome. And it wasn't like, the play's not bloody. It's not gross or anything like that. It's just, you're told a story from the aspect of these two monks who are traveling through the countryside and staying at people's houses. And one of the houses they stay at, like the last house before they reach the temple that they're trying to get to, has like a pretty dark story. So I got to see that one played out, and I was like really happy with it. And that was based on a celebration of a bisubashi, which is like the spirit of business, I guess you would say. Like one of the most well-known patron, the closest thing I can call it's like a minor god, but it'd be the equivalent to like a patron saint in like Catholicism, a bisu, and he's like a big, um, what would you say, like a well sought after, a highly respected aspect of Osaka because the way Osaka built itself back up was by pretty much laying out hallways full of people selling stuff from their houses after World War II. And Abisu was the guy who led the way for these people to set up their little shops and stuff like that. And he pretty much rebuilt all of Osaka through having people have their own super small, tiny businesses. And, he was a real person, but he's now honored as like someone who has attained like close to godhood. Like I said, like a patron saint, and there's still statues and stuff of him up all over Osaka today. And that was the lead of the festival. It was like stories about him, and then like stories that surround it, like his escapades through Osaka and stuff like that. Hey, Scott, welcome, Alpha Omega, and also definitely not CC, definitely not cross country. William Shell, Morrow Cat. All right, wow, we got a bunch of people joining tonight. How many people we got going on right now? This is pretty wild. 20 people. Whew. Look at me blowing up. Um, no, I'm super happy a bunch of people here. Hey, Scott, since you're a fellow metalhead, I have a question. How wheelchair accessible are venues in general? Planning on visiting Japan in October. See, there's quite a few bands I want to see. If you're gonna go to like a little local club, like a real mom and pop run one, it's probably not very good for wheelchair accessibility. But hold on, sorry, I'm eating while I talk, but where there's a will, there's a way, and I think you will find if you're just trying to get into a club and they don't have wheelchair accessibility, they'll figure out some way to like have people help you out. Like to give you an example, there's people who use the subway there, and the subway is so old. The station that they're at is so old that they'll literally just get four station managers to take four different sides of the wheelchair and walk it all the way down the stairs so the person can still use that. So that's why I say where there's a will, there's a way. Like, um, first of all, metalheads super friendly in Japan, as they usually are anywhere. Um, and if they see that you're trying to get in and like you're, looking for wheelchair accessibility and there's not any, they'll probably work together with you to figure out a way to get you in there. Um, so I would just say if you hit up the big places like Tokyo Dome, Osaka Dome, um, the big festivals like what is it called? Summer Sonic, I think. I can't remember. Do you know what the big summer festival is, Maki, that bands come to? Is that called Summer Sonic? Where like all the metal bands and everything come to like a big field area. Is that called Summer? You never. I think it's called Summer Sonic, but I might be mixing that up with a totally different event. Those type of things will always have accessibility and everything. The big places, but there's like a lot of really cool tiny mom and pop ones, and for the most part, you would just enter like with no problem at all. But I know a couple of them like kind of go underground, and I know there's no like elevator or anything to get down there. So they just, I mean, I've seen people in wheelchairs at the different concerts and stuff, and it's areas where I'm just like, well, someone had to help them get down there somehow. So, like I said, where there's a will, there's a way. The people will help you out, and Japan's, um, that I'll never knock Japan for how friendly, polite, and helpful the Japanese people are. All right, let's read some other stuff. Um, all right, are there any cool spots in Tokyo you've been to that you'd recommend? Cool hidden bars or cafes that only locals would really know about? They had the Robot Girl place for a while, but that's gone. Um, Honestly, I'm gonna be straight up front with you. I'm an Osaka guy, so I can tell you a bunch of awesome places in Osaka that like no one's ever heard about. But I've been to Tokyo probably about 4 or 5 times now. I'm not a big fan of Tokyo. It's just too crowded for me, man. I can't stand it. You're shoulder to shoulder. Ask one of the Tokyo guys. They'll definitely know a bunch of stuff. I'm sorry. I wish I could help you out more with that. Not to knock Tokyo. If you love Tokyo, man, that's fine. That's awesome. Like I'm just Tokyo is too crowded for me, man. I've been to Shibuya. I've been out to Akihabara. Been out to Kabukicho and stuff like that. It's just like, all right, this is like way too hot, way too crowded, way too shoulder to shoulder traffic, and ugh, can't take it. All right, all right. But definitely not CC. If you ever do want to hit up Osaka, I'll let you know a ton of good places there. Um, Going to game alongside you. All right, cool. I probably won't be in chat much. That's okay. That's okay. But I finally tried. Hey, just you being in the chat, dude, it adds something to the algorithm. It's always appreciated.
Tried my hand at Fatal Frame with my bud the other day. I mentioned it in a comment the other day when you were talking about Clock Tower. I didn't realize what a spooky masterpiece. Which Fatal Frame were you playing, John Man Bob? Let me know which one, because I want to talk Fatal Frame. The Odin Festival with fake drunk dance sounds fun too. Okay, the puppet must be interesting too. Hey, Scott, cheers from Brazil. Welcome, bud. Miguel. A possum named Moss. Oh no, I'm late. No. We haven't even started anything yet. You're fine. Don't worry. Nice glasses, nerd. Thank you, Dan. Oh, should I put them on like this? Or I'm gonna play like this. Just so you know, I'm not making fun of people with glasses. If you guys don't know this, I used to have like the worst vision ever, man. Mine used to be like super bad. Actually, I'm gonna take them off for just right now. But as my eyes start to hurt, I'm definitely gonna put them back on. Yeah, my vision used to be like 2400 before I got laser surgery. I use leg braces and crutches, so I really just need someone to. Oh, dude, they'll do it, man. Don't worry about it. Like if they see you, like just learn the phrase "suimasen." Just be like "suimasen, tetsudate kudasai." Please help me. I promise you, people who are totally strangers to you will rush over to come help you. Especially if you're in the Osaka area, like going to metal concerts there. I mean, the people are like the nicest people ever. They're just so stoked to see like another gaijin there into metal and stuff. All right, you're going to Osaka next year. I'm going for the first time in November and have been trying to make a list of places. I'd say for Osaka, hit the lockup. The lockup has really recently been taken over by a different owner, so now it's gone back to being a lot better. There's a time where Dan and I, the Dan who's in this chat right now, we went there, and I wanted to show him a good time there because it's a crazy restaurant. But the owners during that time were just like lousy. Like they just didn't have the same flair that the first time I ever went there, how nice it was. But I don't want to spoil it for you, but check out the lockup. I'm not even going to tell you about like what it is and everything. I just want you to be surprised. It's fun. I mean, don't worry. It's like family friendly and stuff like that. I don't know who you're going with, but it's got this crazy theme to it where you're just like, what is going on? Was laser surgery scary? Yeah, the part that's the scariest, it's like super short. Like you only take like 5 to 10 minutes to finish it. But there's a part in brace yourself if you've got icky feelings about eye stuff, but they cut your cornea and they shoot lasers into, the shape of your eye. And for that time that they do that until the laser hits your eye, like you're just blind. You're just like seeing black and a little bit scary. You realize you're temporarily blinded. Hold on, I want to get Deco on stream. Deco, my sweet baby. Don't be shy. Say hello to everybody. I know you smell the shrimp, and that's what you're really excited about. It was the first Fatal Frame for PS2. Oh, John Man Bob, that's the best. That's like, I don't know. I'd say either number 1 or number 2. They're like so good. I'm so glad you got to play the first one. Then you got like the real experience, man. How did you get like an original copy of it or something? Man, part 1 is so scary. The first time my friends and I played that, we were so scared by that game. We could only play it for like a couple minutes at a time. We turn it off and turn it back on again. It was so good. That is like a for real scary game, dude. I love it. I'd give anything to go back to that time to get the same experience again. Yeah, 45 minutes for our food that was cold. Yeah. The owners before at the lockup, I ordered a burger. It was like actually sliders. And Dan got his food first. And then they just like completely forgot about my order until I finally was like, yo, what's going on? Like it's been like almost an hour. And the shock on the waitress's face, I'll never forget. She was like, oh, chotomate. And like, she like rushed back with something that had obviously been done for like ages and just served me like these ice cold burgers. I took like one bite and was just like, ugh. We left. I asked for my money back. I didn't want to pay. No, I didn't ask for my money back. I just didn't pay. I was like, I'm not going to pay. And they're like, Um, I don't think so. I'm gonna go get the manager. And they brought the manager out there. I'm like, hey, I'm gonna tell you now that I'm not gonna pay. He looked so pissed. And I was just like, you served me cold burgers. You didn't even like offer to warm them back up again. What do you want me to do? And he was just like, fine, but I'm angry. Okay, whatever, dude. No one gets tipped or anything there, so it's not like you like screwed up your tip or got paid any bit less, even though you messed up my order. So chill. Who cares? Kuon was also great. Dude, I wish I could play Kuon. I never got to play that game. I was just like one that like slipped past me long before, I knew anything about Japan or, I was always kind of into scary games, but now that I'm like deep into like finding every scary thing I can, like I saw Kuon and was just like, man, why did I never play that? I just never heard of it back in the day it was out. That was a FromSoft game, wasn't it? Which is crazy to think about. I would say Possum, a possum named Moss. I'll never regret getting the eye surgery. It's definitely one of the best things I ever did. If you go to Japan, it's super cheap. It's only like $2,000 for both eyes. Very cheap. I remember playing Fatal Frame with my sister and brother, and it was terrifying. Yeah, it is a really like. I was probably 22 or 23 when I played it, and I couldn't believe how scary it was. Like, and the package said based on a true story too. All right, I think it's time to take off the stream starting soon text. And the fact that it said based on a true story made it so much scarier to me. I don't know why, but I was like seriously freaked out. All right, I'm going to start to look for this movie. Psycho, The Large Family. Banned from broadcast. All right. Is this the first one or the second one? Oops. Banned from broadcast to prequel TV episode. Oh, okay. All right, give me a second, guys. I'm going to check this out real quick. I'm going to turn the volume down so that I just want to see what the quality level is. By quality, I mean like the picture. I also want to make sure it has English subtitles. All right, is this the first one or the second one? Oh, here we go. Good. It has English subtitles. Yeah, this is the first one. Dude, yes. All right, even I haven't seen this one. I watched part 2 and didn't realize it was part of an anthology. So we're going to put this on. Hold on. Give me a second. I'm going to switch. Will it let me switch and still stay in my chat? I'm not sure. Maybe I can open a new window. Let me see. Let me see if that works. All right. Switch accounts. My other account has. Wait. Oh, do I not have my Osoroshii account yet? Okay, hold on, guys. Give me a second here. Osoroshii. Oh, come on. You got the predictive text in there. Just go. All right. Let me also just make sure I'm not sharing this screen because I'm typing in all my stuff. All right, no, I'm not. Okay, good. All right. All right. Oh, shoot. What did I just do? Oh, shoot. I got fidgety fingers here. Oh, come on. I've been painting all day and bending up and down, like on my hands and knees. And afterwards, my hands are like all shaky because I'm not used to that. All right. Wait, what? What am I doing wrong here? There we go. I think that worked. All right. Yes. Okay. All right. Give me a second here. Actually, I want to bring up chat just so I can see what you guys are saying while I want to make sure it didn't knock off chat from switching. Okay, it didn't. Okay, you're still there. Scott doxes himself by accident. I wouldn't be surprised if I did that. I'm not the brightest when it comes to like what I'm sharing on stream. Otsukare-sama. Yes, you're right, Chiptooth. Otsukare-sama to you too. I wish sometimes I say that to people at work here in America and they're just like, "What?" I wish we could get our hands on Kuan. He is my best friend, and I would absolutely spend 1,000 to get him a copy for his collection, but I just don't have a grand to spare. You sound like a good friend, dude. Let me just make sure I'm catching up with everybody. I also passed. Now I feel horrible. Oh no, you gave away your Kuan copy? Oh, Miguel. It's fine if restaurants make mistakes, but being mad at customers, yeah. Yeah, like look, I worked in food service. It's not an easy job, and I know customers can be like, grumpy, especially because they're coming in and they're hungry and everything like that. Um, but I didn't ask for any kind of special treatment. I was just like, yo, you served it to me super late. We've been here for like almost 2 hours waiting for the dang food. Um, y'all can just say, Moss, the eye surgery I had, it was for something different. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's just bad service, right, Morrow? I remember playing Fatal Frame. Okay, all right, I read that. Yeah, his original copy of Fatal Frame. Ah, he's lucky. His collection is seriously impressive. Silent Hill, every Resident Evil, Dino Crisis. Wow. Do you know Dino Crisis is it's not Konami, it's Tecmo Bandai, right? Do you know they came out with an online game called like um it was like an online version of Dino Crisis for just like a little bit, and it absolutely bombed, and it's already been discontinued. I mean, it's not as bad as Concord, but it got bombed pretty quick. I think I am blessed with pretty good vision. That's good, man. Glad to hear that. Which operation isn't scary? Yeah, that's true. That's a good point. Mario, very good point. Is there an operation where you're like, oh, this isn't scary at all? My GF and I are hitting Tokyo for the first trip. I wanted to travel around Japan more, but some of the locations are pretty far apart. Yeah. Figured I'd do it in trips and focus on certain areas. Yeah, I mean, honestly, unless you're able to afford going on the bullet train, which it can be pretty expensive these days, I would say just stick to one area. You don't want to be taking the 8-hour night bus to get down to Osaka. That is hell on earth. I would not recommend it. They censored the last two when they came to the West, removed some lewd outfits and a Grabrio minigame. Shoot, which game you talking about? Alpha Omega? I lost track. Hold on, I'm gonna go back up. What? Which game were you talking about? I'm losing track of everything. We were going to play Siren. Siren. You can get Siren Forbidden. What is it called? They've got all these weird names. Forbidden Translation. You can get it for PS5. I downloaded it. It works awful. And then you can get like Blood. I can't remember all these dumb titles they have. It's like the same game over and over again, but they just keep mangling the title. Siren Blood Curse or something like that. Whatever the last one was they made before they stopped making them. But you have to be part of like the PS5 network or whatever that is to be able to play that version, which I think is like a huge scam. All right, let's see here. Yeah, I made a video about the lockup ages ago. That was back when it was actually pretty decent. It went through some bad management for a while, and it really sucked. So I didn't want to recommend it anymore. But now it's been taken over by a new management company, and from what I've heard from people, it's back to being like pretty decent. Does Japan not do compensation like bringing new food or taking that meal off the bill? Yeah, they do. They will do that. But mostly they just usually don't screw it up. I mean, they usually get really good customer service. That's why I was like really shocked. Dino Crisis was good, one of my favorite games back in the day. The last two Fatal Frame games. Okay. Yeah, dude. I don't know. Um, hold on, my headphones are getting stuck on the. Okay, so let me ask you how you feel about the last two games, Maidens of Blackwater and Lunar Mask. Um, I have both of them. I've played like about halfway through each, and it was just kind of like not very. It's not scary really, and I couldn't be motivated enough to even complete them. I watched your house tour in Japan when I was 14. I just turned 30. I love hearing stories like this. It makes me so happy. Uh, yeah, you just turned 30 this past week. Where's the time gone? Where has it gone, big boss? Where has it gone? I love hearing stories like that. People who started out like they were watching me all the way back in middle school. Some of them still now they're like, yeah, now I got a family and I watch you with my family and everything. That's like the biggest reward you can have from doing this for a long time is hearing people talk about that. They were pretty mid. Yeah, Alpha Omega. I completely agree with you, man. I was like I was waiting and waiting and waiting for the translation to come out. And I could not wait. I was like, this is going to be so awesome. It's finally out. I'm going to finally get to play part 4 and 5. And they're just like so mid, like just so kind of like vanilla. I'm like, I get it that the story's not always like super important in these kind of games, but like it's so convoluted in Maidens of Blackwater, which is like, my friend went to the house and she's missing. So I'm going to go after my friend and now I'm missing. And now my friend of my friend's going to go to the house and now they're going to be missing. So now another friend's going to, it's like, all right, like how many people are going to go before someone's like, you know what? I've noticed everybody who goes there disappears. Like, this is probably a bad idea. I don't know. It was just kind of, Maidens of Blackwater was all over the place. Yes. Thank you, Swamp Lord. Exactly. I was just kind of like, what is going on? Like, when you go to like save that one girl who's like wandering off randomly through the forest, you're like, dude, leave her behind, go home. Like this, she's obviously got, some kind of issue with this place and probably just needs to stay here and work it out. I don't know. I was really disappointed. My first Scott video was Osoroshii Saturday, the one where you went over the film about Unit 731. Man, that is one of the few things like I've researched and like watched stuff on where like it was very near to like traumatizing me with how gruesome it got. Like I could not believe like people always talk about Germans I can't even say what they're called or I'll get my stream censored. The bad part of World War II, the bad Germans during that time. They think that was awful, but man, anybody who looks into 731, dude, like it's equally, if not worse, as comparable to, I mean, it's just gruesome, like absolutely insane. Like, how could you have a soul and do stuff that they did? Like, I just don't know how you could lack that much humanity. You want to see me do more documentary videos? Don't worry, you will. One thing about the documentary videos, and I'd like to ask you guys' opinion on this, Dark Side of Japan. Those are like some of my favorite things to do. And I've got some ideas for the future as far as like what they should be on and stuff like that. But should I be doing those on Unrested or should I be doing those on Osoroshii? Because some of those kind of like jump into the area of, being scary. But it's also topics where I don't want to be like, ooh, spooky. And it's like, absolutely like emotionally traumatizing aspects that the Japanese are going through. Do you feel like it would make like a mockery of that kind of stuff if I was putting it on Osoroshii? I don't know. That's always like the weird thing about Osoroshii. I just watched a creator's summary that did just mention that cruelty without. Sorry, this thing is like blocking. Cruelty without much details is really horrific. Yeah, I mean, the stuff that happened with 731 is just insane. I highly recommend that you don't learn anything about it if you're like easily grossed out or like, horrified easily by inhumane stuff people can do. But if you can stomach it, learn a little bit about it and you'll be like, oh my God. The craziest thing is all those people got off scot-free. The US was just like, oh, well, can we have like the medical records from it? We can? All right, cool. You guys can go. It's cool. Whatever. All right. We got to make a decision here, guys. So we can watch this movie called Psycho: The Large Family. It's not found footage. It's like a documentary style video that's like obviously fake. It's not real, but it's done by like a British interviewer, and it covers the life of this large family in Japan. The story overall is just like weird things start to happen to the family as they're just trying to, their focus is not trying to focus on the scary aspects, but it's just to focus on like, what's life like for this big, large family in Japan? Crazy. But like things start to go wrong as they're filming this and everything. Or would you rather do like a horror game instead? The only thing I worry about with like watching a movie, it's like, can we keep talking while we're watching it? I guess we could because it's going to be subtitles, right? So it's not going to be like, oh, I couldn't hear what he said. We're watching subtitles. Maybe let's try. I didn't consider the Hikikomori video to be scary so much that, yeah. Sorry, I got a bad case of the burps. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, okay. The Hikikomori made you come back and check out my channel again. Yeah, that's one of my favorite things to cover. Just because like I wish there was something I could do to help people like that. Like I wish there was some way I could reach out. But since there's not really anything I could do, I felt like the best thing I could do was just like make awareness of it. Because I see it starting to happen in America too, and it's like sad as hell, man. It like really bums me out. To live your whole life shut in. And when I say shut in, I don't just mean like, you don't talk to people a lot and only leave the house once in a while. I mean like on their level where they don't even leave their bedrooms. They're like not even talking to their mom and dad. Like to imagine such a life. Ugh. Like, and it's all because like they got scolded one time at work or they got like, bullied. And it's like, like, of course, like they're really hurt. They're like scared to go back out and face that again. But it's just like they're missing out on so much. And there's got to be someone out there who can reach out to these people and like make them see the light of day. There's got to be like, a special way to do it, or, probably like a special way to do it for each special case. Like it's almost like an individual case. I don't know, I wish there was more I could do, or, some way we were able to reach out to people like that and let them know like there's communities out there that won't judge you. There's communities out there that like, even if you do want to keep staying in your room, it's okay. But like, at least we can give you a little bit of dialogue to, let you're wanted, you're loved, you're cared about. Like the world doesn't want to see you shut away forever. And, maybe that little bit of hope would allow you to crawl back out of your shell and see the world again. Because there's just, it's just, our lives are such a drop of water in a massive ocean. And to not be able to fully utilize that time to even just do simple things like, go outside and smell the air, to like walk to the conveni and buy something, to, pass by on the street and see kids laughing and having a good time at the park, and, be happy that the world is full of life and, everything for the most part, we only get all this horrific news and horrible stories dictated to us. But for the most part, people in general are good. They're good people. To miss out on that because you've been smited in some way as far as like, like I said, bullying or just like harassment at work or something. There's always a good reason. I'm not trying to like downplay why people do this, but because that's happened, because they've been beaten down with so much negativity, how can we start to drip feed them some sort of positivity that lets them know, the world is not, you know, just a cruel, black, cold, wasteland of like hate and negativity. Like there's a gray area in between, and then there's like a lighter side that will like let you enjoy, the life of every day again. I don't know. Um, Very neurotic or autistic, therapy and coping mechanisms can help. Yeah, so Japan has been trying some new systems and stuff like this to like try and get hikikomori to come out. The most recent thing I've heard of is there is a group, and I forget what the name is. It's something like um, Daughters of the Outside or something like that. It translates to, and it's a group of like college age girls who have um, a team that reaches out to, for the most part, it's males. I mean, there are women hikikomoris, but for the most part, it is heavily male based. And they go there and just talk to them through the door to ask them about their interests and stuff like this. And they're also connected to things like elementary schools and middle schools. And they'll ask that person to do something that they're good at, to donate or show to middle schoolers and high schoolers. And I'm not saying like donate money or anything like that. They're not looking for that. But like, for example, some of them, like, they're locked inside and all they want to do is like build Gundam or like model cars or something like that. And they're like, why don't you build one? Show us how good you are at it. I'll bring it into the school. I just want to show them like what your talent is. Or like maybe they sit in there all day and draw and they're like, I work with an art school that would love to see like what kind of stuff you're drawing and things. And that is their first sort of like secondhand peek at how they can influence the world around them and still make a difference, even from shut in within their room. And I feel like that's a good first step, but I also feel like that wouldn't work with every single situation. I don't know. That was weird. The shell didn't come off. I almost ate the shell. Mm, I stayed in my room for like 2 years when I was younger, lived at my aunt's rent free, would only leave my room if it was 2 a.m. and everyone was asleep. It was beyond depression. Well, first of all, thank you for sharing that story with us. That's pretty brave. Second of all, I'm glad to hear you were able to crawl out of that. It's always great to hear when someone can kind of get out of that situation. I was somewhat like this for a while, for 8 months when I was about 23 or something. I went through a really bad breakup, ultra depressed. Pretty much the only way I was able to survive was I worked a night job where it was just sitting at a desk with nothing to do. I was like security for a big apartment building. And the only two places I went was my room and that job. And I never saw anybody at the job and I never saw anybody in my room. And for 8 months straight, I just played EverQuest 2 and like locked out the whole world. And it was like super depressing looking back on that time. Like I can't believe but um, actually what got me out of it, which made me finally realize like I needed to do something, is I had two friends come back from Japan and they were like, hey, we just got back. It was super fun, but I can't make it more than a year because people stare at me too much. And I thought, like, who cares? Like, people stare at you. I bet you I can make it more than a year. And that's when I started looking into and researching coming to Japan. Um, Sounds like a good initiative. The talking alone might help, but needs to be multiple front approach for sure. Yeah, I totally agree. Like, there's got to be like different ways to work around it. But I mean, it's a volunteer group. Um, if you could tell us, like, do a video that explains how Japanese people feel about things heating up with China and Russia. I'm looking for that, especially about China. Do they talk about? Oh, they talk about it. I always say, if you want to see the people who are most racist against Asians, it's other Asians. I've never heard, and this goes for Chinese, Japanese, Korean, Taiwanese, all. If you want to hear someone be really racist about Asians, talk to other Asians about what they think about other Asians. Holy cow. Sorry, I got an itchy ear. Yeah, they got some stuff to say, that's for sure. It's the only time I really see like Japanese people get heated about stuff. I think the thing that angers them more than China though is North Korea just shooting random missiles over, just barely missing their country and stuff like that. Like that super pisses them off because they're just like, dude, why? We're not doing anything to you. Stop. With China, I think what pisses them off the most is um, that a lot of their World Heritage sites sometimes get vandalized by people who don't have the same respect for them when they come over to Japan. Like, I'm sure, did you hear about the one where like the Chinese tourist was like pissing all over one of their shrines, the Yasukuni shrine? Like, look, I get it. I understand why someone might be pissed off about that shrine. It's dedicated to people who died in World War II. Um, and like, some of them weren't the nicest people, like as if there were super nice people when you're in a war like that heated. Um, I think some of them buried there might even be connected to the grape of Nanking. That's the only way I can say it. I'm not trying to make fun of it or make a joke. It's just the only way I can say it without getting the video demonetized. If you know the whole story behind that, though, there's some of the soldiers that were part of that buried there. So, of course, it's a heated situation, but not everybody buried there was part of that. So, pissing on the graves of dead soldiers that are commemorated at a shrine is pretty, you know, pretty bad. So that was like one of the things that really pissed off a lot of Japanese people with China recently. I mean, there's more too. Uh, Human Revolution. No way, Osoroshii Saturday. I don't think I've heard much about vandals. It's not like it's not happening like all the time, and like that's one out of thousands of people who come over from China to visit. I think for the most part, um, Japan likes Chinese people. They just don't like the CCP aspect of China, which I think the whole world can agree is pretty totalitarian and horrid with how it treats even its own people. I mean, it's scary to watch. It's scary to watch Xi Jinping rule the country the way he does. If we ever fell into that same situation, I worry about it sometimes. Japan seems to be not too bad population-wise. The fertility rate of Korea is 0.7, but Japan 1.4. So Japan might survive as a world power, unlike Korea. I don't know. I don't know. It's getting pretty bad in Japan. Um, I don't know. We'll see, man. Honestly, I wish the best for both countries. I'd like to see. I've heard one of the worst things that's going to happen is because of the one child law in China. They're going to suffer the same sort of fate that. Well, sorry, Deco. Sorry, I'm sorry. I don't mean. I'm sorry. My cat got really angry. If you pet his belly, it makes him really upset. I'm sorry. I didn't see. I touched your belly. Okay. Um, the one child law is going to apparently make China in the same situation that Korea and Japan are in right now, where the population is plummeting. But apparently, it's going to be like 10 times worse. Like, that's really going to come back to bite them. So, and like I said, I only wish the best for all these countries, China included. Honestly, I wish the people there could get out from under the foot of the CCP, but I don't ever see that changing with how I think Xi Jinping's put himself like in charge for eternity. So, I don't know. Are you starting a new channel for Osoroshii stories? Yeah. Let me type it in there right now. Osoroshii Nights. Did it go? Okay. That's the name of it. You can just do at Osoroshii Nights, all one word, and you should be able to find it. I think it's only got like 3 subscribers so far, but the first story is going up the first week in October. That's why I'm recording here. This is kind of the footage I'm going to be using. All right. I have been talking way too long. I'm sorry, guys. Give me a second here. Psycho, the large family. Where's part 1? Which is the one? That's part 1. Give me a second here, guys. I want to make sure I go to the right one. Asian Horror. That's the name of the channel. Wow, they put a lot of work into that name. Asian Horror. All right, is this part 1? Oh, it says that this is a Canadian-based documentary. She's got like a really thick British accent, I thought. All right. Is this the first one? To see, the thing is, it goes through different parts. All right. What is the first one? The prequel. That's what it's called. Okay. Prequel. Cycle of the Large Family. Okay. All right. Give me just a second here, guys. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay. All right. Oh, no, that's not going to work like that. Okay. All right. Now, just give me a second. I'm going to be quiet here for just a bit as I set this all up. Add a window capture. Window capture. YouTube. Okay. Okay. How can I do this? Can I pop this thing out? Give me a second. Let me figure out how to do this best. Can I pop out? I wish I could pop it out. Actually, let me hit subscribe on that. What's the best way to do it? I guess I can do it like this, but then how do I get back to my... it's so frustrating. Okay. Oh, I know what I could do. All right. This is what I'll do. I'll just shrink the window down to that size. All right. All right. Probably like this. That'll probably work. Okay. There we go. I see it worked. All right. And then I'll cut off the top by transforming the size. All right. Give me a second here, guys. Let me transform the size of this thing. All right. Give me a second while I set this up. All right, cut the top off by, that's probably about like 300. Wait, that's the top. Why did the bottom get cut off? Okay, let's do 250. There we go. That's right. All right, close. Perfect. All right. Oh, does it really? What if you do like this? At Osoroshii Nights. Whoops. Try that. Or actually, you know what? Here, wait, I got a great idea. Hold on. Hold on. This way, all of you can find it. Go here to my channel. There you go, guys. That's me in chat. You can just, I think you can just click on me from there and go to the channel. Same thing happens to me when I search it up. I've only been able to see Osoroshii Nights using a link that you left in one of your videos. Dang it. All right, how does it work if you guys click on my chat? Oh, whoa, almost like pulled my headphones out. I gotta be careful here. Does that work? It worked. Excellent. All right, thank you for telling me, guys. I didn't even know that like you can't. It's because it's so tiny. No one's like looking for it yet. All right. All right. So I'm not gonna give away too much. We're just gonna sit here and watch. There's not jump scares. There's not gore. There's nothing like that. But it is a scary movie. So I've only watched the second one of this. I haven't watched this one. So this is my first time with you. Oh shoot! Hold on. Hold on. Can you guys hear that though? Where's the template? Hold on. Give me a second. Starting, that's the one, right? Okay, there we go. That way just want to make sure it doesn't show up over top of this. Let me shrink it down a little bit so it doesn't cut off chat. So if you guys want to look it up yourself, Psycho, the Large Family prequel, The Cursed Large Family. All right. So here we go. We're going to watch this together. Actually, I want to do one other thing too. I want to put chat over top of my video capture. Yeah, there we go. I'd much rather see your chat rather than my big dumb face. Let's get Osoroshii live up there. Just going to let you guys know, this is actually going to be like our reactions and stuff like that. It is going to be used in the actual video. Like I'll be talking about this movie later. And you know, even you guys talking in chat yesterday on the video and everything, like we'll be talking back and forth, and that will be in some of the videos. So just so you know, if any of you mind, I hope not, but if anything, I think having the conversation, the dialogue going on, that's why I've added chat to the actual stream, because I want people to be able to see like what kind of why we're talking back and forth, what we are talking about. All right, so let's get started. Can you guys hear it okay and everything? Let me know. Oh, whoops. Shoot. Okay, there we go. All right. Is Hyde actually really old? Hyde? Okay. Hold on. I'm going to pause it so we have enough time. The film was originally 47 minutes long. In order to match the subtitles as best as possible, I've had to cut approximately 5 minutes from the footage. Oh. Okay, I thought this was like part of the movie. All right, well, whoever did all this work to get it onto YouTube and let us all see it, thank you. We appreciate it. All right, sound is good. I do not speak Japanese, so I've done my best to retain the flavor of the story.
Uraさん一家の朝は必ず家族全員でのラジオ体操から始まる。
Hey, you, welcome. Why isn't it translating this part? I can't read this kanji that fast. Alright, something about like this is filmed from back in 2002. So this tape, I can't read it fast enough. Banned from broadcast 2, Curse Large Family. Why is it called part 2? Wait, hold on, let me make sure. I thought this was part 1. Give me a second, guys. Banned from broadcast 1, Asian horror. I thought this is yeah, it says prequel. It's got to be. What is banned from broadcast 1 then? Is there a prequel? All right, sorry guys, I'll get it back to playing. I'll just start to research this while we're watching. Oops.
家族揃ってのラジオ体操の後は賑やかに朝ごはんの支度。朝ごはんとお弁当の支度はお母さんとお姉ちゃんたちが中心となり、幼い子供たちも手伝っての共同作業。
いつもこうやってみんなで手伝ってるんですか？
もう上の子たち大きくなってきてるし、もういろいろ手伝ってくれるから結構楽になってます。
みかんちゃん今それは何ですか？
お肉のパパは肉が好きなんで、パパだけ特別メニュー。
朝から？
はい、朝から。
Wait, sorry. So, moderate, do you think this is the first one, right? Even though it says banned from broadcast 2, this is part 1 though, right? We used to do radio taiso in Japanese language class in high school. Oh, awesome, dude. They still do it all over Japan, man. It's still done with construction workers all the time.
大好物かな
I think this is part 2. No, it's not. It's not.
浦さん一家は三男四女の7人兄弟。一番上が高校3年生のりんごさん、そして次女のみかんちゃん、長男の豪輝くん、恥ずかしがり屋の三女のりえちゃんは小学3年生。お母さんに甘えてばかりの末っ子ダンくん。そして忘れてはいけないもう一人の家族、
Don't feed the cat that.
リコ
You
の
think it's
エ
sick.
ンリケ。エンリケの大好物はお父さんの特別メニュー、牛肉の佃
Oh,
煮。
that sounds good.
みんなでね、いつも一緒にね、やってね、体操したり、ご飯食べたり、いつもみんな一緒っていうのが。
お父さんの慶一郎さんは腕のいい大工さん。でも2年前仕事中にはしごから落ちて足に大怪我を負い、以来仕事を休んでいる。
Okay, I think 1 is the first one, 2 is the prequel. What, really? Are you sure? Wait, are you sure? Hold on. Okay, let's look at the release history. Well, you know what? I'll tell you what, we're going to watch the prequel first, because I haven't seen this one. I've seen the other part about what happens after this, but I don't know what happens in the beginning. There's still like a lot that's a mystery, so we'll watch it together. I think this is, you can kind of watch it out of order and still be okay. Ra, Scott, I'm curious, if you had to rate your Japanese out of 100, what would it be? Like a 10? It's not great. I told you I sound like a kind of like a middle schooler who was uneducated. It's about where I sound. I was assuming prequel implied that it was made after the first one, so like 2 comes. Oh. All right. Okay. Sorry. I'll stop.
の方はどうされて
I'll
る
stop stopping it. I'm gonna look that up while we're watching this.
大変ですよね、そのこう家族がねいっぱいいるから。
しょうがないですね、それは。まだみんな子供だし、まあ、そのうち恩返ししてくれるかな。
いや、本当早くね、直したいんです。直したいんですけどね、こればっかりやっていうから。いや、本当ありがたいと思ってますよ。悔しいですね。まあでもみんな一緒にこうやって顔見て元気でいればね、これでまあいいですね。それが一番ですよ。
でもいっぱい食べてよ。
家族一丸となればどんなに辛いことも乗り越えられる、そう語るお父さん。そんな大家族浦さん一家には賑やかな笑い声が絶えることはなかった。朝8時過ぎ、子供たちは学校へ、お母さんはパートへと出かける。7人の子供を育てながら家族の家計を支えるお母さん、そして怪我を治し一刻も早く仕事への復帰を願う父。そんな大家族浦さん一家にある恐ろしい出来事が起こった。
Alright, here we go.
お父さんと一緒に幼稚園から帰ってきた末っ子のダン君。しかし様子がおかしい。
公園で遊んでちょっと目離してる時に転んだんですよ。
What the heck is she drawing?
ちょうだい。 さっき食べる？
That curry looks so good.
ダン君
唐揚げ
は
は？唐揚げは？さん今日元気ないね。ねえ、どうしたの？
ダン君怪我頭どうですか？大丈夫？
痛い。
Poor guy.
ダン君だけではなかった。実は最近浦家では子供
どこで気だったの？
ルーがない。左これ。
どっかで転んだんだよな、でも。
大きいねこれ。もうちょっといらない。
原因不明の怪我。
甘いからさ。
お母さんの司さんはそんな子供たちのことがとても心配だった。そしてそれら一連の出来事は司さんの心にある辛い記憶をよみがえらせた。
Oh, that sucks.
実は浦さん一家には去年までもう一人家族がいた。
That happens all the time in Japan.
三男高春くん、去年9歳。高春くんは去年の夏、近所の川で水死体となって発見された。その日以来、慶一郎さんと司さんは毎日欠かさず仏壇を拝んでいる。
まあもう一周期になるんですけどもね。学校から帰ってこないんですよ。で、そのまま次の日に学校の近くの川で見つかったんですよね。警察寄りますけど足滑らせたんじゃないかって言うんですけどね。
すごく私が気になってるのが、お父さんも怪我するしね、子供たちも本当続けてよく怪我をするし、お父さんの場合もあんまり良くないんですよ。不幸が立て続けに起こってる、そんな気がしちゃって、なんか怖いです。
父の怪我。
All right, so let me just pause it there real quick. So if you hear them talk about mom or dad, they're talking about each other a lot of times in Japan. A married couple won't call themselves by their first name. They'll usually just say like mom, or they'll say dad, and they'll even address each other that same way. They're like, Dad, why don't you come home? And they don't mean their dad, who would be the grandfather. They're talking about their husband, but they usually use the word dad or mom, which is common. I'm also going to say that the girl dying in the river, this happens like almost every summer. A lot of kids play by creeks, and I don't know if you guys know what like a drowning machine is. So pretty much the way a creek or riverbed can flow over the side of a cliff, it can create a reversed rolling in the flow of the water. And even if you have a life jacket on or floaties or anything like that, the way that the current works is that it'll tumble you pretty much like a washer or a dryer does, and you just can't get back up. It's not that like you're waiting for yourself to get back up to the surface. It's that it just keeps spinning you in a circle so that you can't break that cycle to get back up. And sadly, they say a river, but really it's kind of like, it's somewhere between like a creek and a river. A lot of these flow underneath bridges, and people go under there and fish and everything like that. And kids for the most part in Japan are free to play, out in the street and stuff like that, because Japan's really safe. Just to give you an idea, my own son, 11 years old, we were in Japan last summer, took him and his friends out to karaoke together. They'd go around to a bunch of different jungle gyms and parks and stuff like that, completely independently. Leave at 2:30 p.m. when he'd get home from school and stay out till sometimes 6:30 at night, just going wherever he wants with his friends, totally safe the whole time. But because Japan does have this sort of atmosphere where it is okay, kids are trusted to be out on their own, they also run into problems like this when they do kind of not realize the strength of Mother Nature. Has the government done something to prevent it? I mean, there's like signs and stuff like that, but you know how much signs do for kids, not a lot. There's some places I think they've like put up gates and stuff like that next to it. Oh, why did my lights just come on? Oh, my outside lights came on. But it is a constant problem that happens each summer. Each summer, two big things happen quite a bit. Accidents for kids. They get hit by cars a bunch because they're out playing in the street, or they get drowned by going into a river because they're just trying to cool off or play out there or swim or go fish or something like that. So, Throstavius, what's up? Throstavius, just so you know, right now, for the next month, you probably won't be charged for membership because I have to wait for my new bank to take over AdSense. So if you don't see any invoice for this month, don't worry. No one's been kicked off of being a member. Why I would ever do that, I don't know. But until until YouTube can confirm my new bank here in America, they just put payments on hold, so I don't collect anything and you guys don't pay anything. So, all right, here we go. At any time, guys, let me know if there's anything you have questions about, or just start putting them in the comments in the chat section, and then when we hit like a pause point, I'll pause it and I'll answer a bunch of stuff all at once. People getting stung by the large bees? You mean those like giant wasps, like forget what they're called. You don't really hear about that happening too much. Maki, you know how there's like the giant hornets, the giant wasps in Japan? Wasp? I know. Yeah, it looks like a bee, pretty much. Yeah, right? You never even seen one, right? You ever hear about anybody getting stung by those, like when kids are playing or anything like that? No, right? Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, most of them can't make nests in the city. The city's too like busy and bustling all the time. Suzumebachi. Yes, exactly. All right, so we're going to go back to it. Like I said, again, go ahead and throw your questions and everything at me.
午前12時過ぎ、子供たちはすっかり寝静まり、さっきまでの喧騒は嘘のように、裏家にも子供部屋の片隅で一人机に向かって勉強しているのが、大学受験を目指す高校3年生のリンゴさんであるという。そんなリンゴさんが志望する大学は、
うち本当に家計が苦しいんで、お父さんも仕事してないし、だから今のところは国立大学を目指して勉強してます。
実はリンゴさん、学年でもトップレベルの成績であり、国立大学も夢ではないと、担任の先生も太鼓判を押すほどの秀才。
お母さんが看護婦をやっていた関係もあるんだと思うんですけど、お父さんを楽にしてあげたいと思ってるんで頑張ります。
病状が思わしくない父の身を案じ、家族のために将来の夢に向かって頑張るリンゴさん。そして長男の豪輝くんの夢は野球選手。松井選手のようなプロのスラッガーを目指し、毎夜素振りは欠かさない。学校でのあだ名はジャストミート。そんな温かな大家族、浦さん一家。だが翌朝カメラは信じられない瞬間を捉えた。 今日もラジオ体操から始まった一家の一日だが、
長女のりんごちゃんは今日はお休みですか？
寝てるんだ。
なんか
まだ寝てるみたい。
勉強で休かったみたい。
少し遅れてリンゴさんが起きてきた。
いただきます。いただきます。
前向いてもおつゆは
どうしたの？夕べも。
The cat. Did you guys see the cat?
夜遅くまで勉強してたから、朝起きれなかった。うわ、虫。
そうか。あんまり無理しないようにな。体壊しちゃうからね。どうだ成績は？
ぼちぼち。一応国立お金ないから国立大行けるようにはしようかなって考えてるから。ね。
家族を思う長女の言葉に思わず笑みがこぼれるお父さん。だが信じられない事件はこの後起きた。
ティッシュ
あるよ。
ある。
何やってんだお前は！おい！ほら！やどろしいことだよお前は！何やってんのお前！どこやこっち！おいこっち！帰れお前！
What is going on? Why? What? All of a sudden,
何やってんだ
why?
お前！
ごめんなさい。
ほら！
Just because she was woke up late?
お前一緒にやるなよお前！それが分かるから！おう！ほら！
すいません、ごめんなさい。
何よ！何だろ言い方は！ほら！おい！ほら！誰が！いいよ！勝てない部！
Why raw?
分かってんのかお前は！分かってんのか！どういうの言ってくれ早く！ほら！ほら！そうだろ！違うかお前聞いてろ！
Whoa.
ほら！いいよ！勝てない早く！
We'll pause it in just a bit. Hold on. Let's let this whole thing play out.
よいしょ。
Jesus, dude.
足みんな揃ったな。よいしょ。はい、食べよう食べよう。はい。まだ味噌汁も。やっぱりあれだな、家族がこうやって全員揃うのが一番いいな。みんなが一緒にいるのが一番だよ。
No. What a translation.
なんであれですかね、 お父さんあんな風に怒られたんでしょうか。
Yeah, why?
ラジオ体操ご飯にこだわってたんじゃないですかね。
そういうことだけでこう怒ったってことなんですか。
仕事なってないんでイライラしてるんじゃないですかね。
まあ、まあね、みんな一緒にいるのがやっぱり一番いいと思うんですよ。まあ、家族揃ってね一緒に食べて、まあそれだけのことですけどね。まあそれが一番いいと思いますしね。
でもちょっとそれにしては厳しすぎたのかなとかちょっと思ったんですけど。
いやそうですかね。まあ時々やるんですけどね。まあその方がね子供らにも分かってもらえると思うんですけどね。大丈夫ですよ。
All right. The one thing I want to kind of update, when they interviewed the mom after that happened, so far the translation's not really been too bad, but there's one thing they kind of left out in the translation where she said sometimes he gets like that sometimes. She actually said like it's because he's like not at work. It's like because he's frustrated with not being able to work, he gets like that sometimes. And then when they were interviewing the dad after too, the cameraman pretty much said like, don't you think you're being like way too strict? And he just said like, I don't think the kids see it that way. All right, so let's jump into some questions and see what we got people talking about. All right. It's dangerous leaving kids near a street or river alone. Yeah, I agree with you. Like that shouldn't be done. What is the Ouija board pencil game they play in Japan? That's called Kokuri-san. We'll talk about that in like another future Osoroshii for sure. I guess that's why it's a problem. I've seen this. Pay attention to any Japanese writing you see. Alpha Omega is right. Especially if the kids are doing some kind of kanji homework. Check it out. All these clips of them eating is making me hungry. I know, me too. Especially when they were eating tamago gaki gohan. I was like, oh, I really want to eat tamago gaki gohan. Like a grudge husband. Yeah, like Ju-on, right? You kind of got the right idea. They should make an anime or manga where a necromancer makes grudges and onryo. Where you go, Scott. Osoroshii manga ideas. Yeah, there we go. Husband always goes crazy. How? Hold on, I can't see it because it's stupid. There it is. How common is this scenario in Japan? The husband being frustrated. I'd say maybe not quite as common as America, where there's like abuse like that, but I mean it's still pretty common. It's not as problematic these days, but like for example, when my wife was the age of like a middle schooler or a high schoolers, kids used to really get beaten hardcore, like even by teachers and coaches and stuff like that, to the point that like some kids died from it, and they made laws where teachers weren't allowed to do that anymore. You may have heard before of the famous case of a school had a policy where if kids came in too late, they would close the gate on the school, and a kid actually died when the coach slammed the gate on one of the kids' heads. That is a true story that actually happened. And after that, corporal punishment was taken out of schools. They weren't allowed to do it anymore. But it's still, I'd say this kind of stuff still happens. I know like one of the biggest things is there's like homeless kids and stuff like that. And they get interviewed once in a while by people making vlogs and stuff like that. And if you check out like what their stories are, it almost always is abuse at home. And sometimes it's SA too, if you know what I mean. The cat had a free human dinner. Yeah, that cat was going to town. It was eating natto though, I think. I've still never gotten into the taste of natto. I feel sorry for the children. Yeah, me too, Chiptooth. Me too, man. All right. Let's continue on. I just made some ramen. Yeah, dude. I totally hear you, man. Sometimes I'm the same way when I watch this stuff. I want to start eating a bunch of Japanese food. Wait,
徐々に狂い始めた浦さん一家。そして明るかった大家族に次々と起こる不幸な出来事。そんな不幸の数々が家族の絆をも引き裂こうとしているのだろうか。一体浦さん一家に。数日後、我々スタッフはその不幸の根源と思われるあるもの。
Wait. I can't read that. It's like late. Why didn't they put the black background on that? Okay. A few days later, our staff came across something that I can't read it. All right, hold on. Give me a second. That seemed to be the root of misfortune. Okay, I had to like blow the screen up to be able to read that. Okay, a few days ago, our staff came across something that may be the root of misfortune. Okay, so they're thinking this is what's causing everything to happen. Why did they layer it like this? Usually the text was okay. All right, sorry.
遭遇したのである。
いいから捨ててきなさい。
ゆうたくん、その写真見せてくれる？
あ、はい。
何？
いや、よくわかんないんだけど。
すいません。これ今、ゆうたくんが撮ってきた写真なんですけど。はい。
これですね。2年前ぐらいなんですけど、うちの郵便受けに入ったんですよ。で、気持ち悪いじゃないですか、これ。なんか、捨てたんですけど、次の日また入ってて。
Just a Tory gay?
いや、その次の日もまた捨てたんですけど、何回かね、繰り返して入ってきてて、で、あんまり戻ってくるからやっぱりいたずらで誰かしたって思って
鳥居を写した不気味な写真。司さんはすぐにその写真を破って捨てたのだが、1年後それは意外な形で舞い戻ってきた。
三男なんですけど、写真をやっぱり拾ってきて、で
その4日後、高春くんは帰らぬ人となった。
また入ってきた。
捨てても捨てても戻ってくる古ぼけた鳥居を。
Again with this layering the English on top of the Japanese, dude. Why? All right. If you see me like typing furiously on my phone, I'm actually taking notes for the movie and for the Osoroshii I'm going to do on this. In the photograph, there was a reflection of something. All right. All right. So the curse picture, guys, correct me if I'm wrong. They said it is a picture of a shrine with a bird in the background. Bird in the background. All right. Yeah, I feel bad for the mom. She can't protect her own children. Don't feel too bad yet. Just wait as this movie continues and you may have different thoughts about that. Near the stone pedestal below the bird. It seems to resemble a pair of faces. I see it. Could these be spirits?
この場所は見たことあるんですか？あの場所ですか？
私は全然ないですよ。この近辺にはいつもお参りに行く神社もこんな鳥居じゃないですからね。
その捨て方みたいなものあるんですか？
どうすればいいか分かんないけど。どうしたの？
わかんないよ。
なんで？
What?
ねえ大丈夫？
すぐに近くの病院に運ばれたリエちゃん。
Which one's the DA?
しかし幸いなことに怪我は大したことなく、リエちゃんは病院で手当てを受けた後、その日の夜には自宅に戻った。
So another kid fell down and hit their head?
怪我はどういうふうに診断されたんでしょうか？
And the dad was like, I don't know what
どういう
happened.
状況だったんですか？
いや子供たちの勉強をちょっと見てたんですよ。ちょっと目離した時にリーがいなかったんで、下に降りたのかなと思って、ただドソンと音がしてなんか落ちたんですよね。
なんか写真のたたりなのかな。あんまり思いたくないけど。
そのバカなことあるかよ。
だってみんなが怪我してるのに。
何を言ってるの？そんなことはないよ。
お父さんだって怪我したでしょ。私は恐ろしくてしょうがないよ。
Wait, so his dad was actually hurt before too, so he's like reliving everything that went on? Okay, hold on. That was like a lot to unpack all of a sudden. So, kids in the family keep falling down and hitting their head. This is the second kid this has happened to. The dad was upstairs with her. Supposedly they were studying. She was studying, and then when he looked away, she fell down the stairs. Was she studying next to the stairs? It doesn't make any sense. And then second of all, he said, don't worry about it. Everybody gets injured. Even my dad got injured. So is this like a repeat of like what happened in his own family when he was a kid? Oh, Dan, you found all right. That's awesome, dude. You found the webcam. Is there a lot of wizards in Japan? Oh, the Ayum Shirikyo, the mountain wizards. That group still exists. They've changed their name. The government like allows it to exist because it's freedom of religion in Japan and stuff like that. But it's still kind of seen as like really kind of weird and stuff like that. Because I mean, if you guys don't know the cult, the Shinrikyo cult, like that's the one that did the gassings on the subway that led to like a lot of people dying or being crippled for life. So if those kind of groups do still exist in Japan, but I will tell you the government keeps like a close eye on a lot of what they do and stuff.
レモンちゃん何描いてるの？
家族の絵描いてるの。
誰？
ママ、私、お姉ちゃん、お兄ちゃん。
パパいないの？
いないよ。
なんで？
もうすぐいなくなるから。
どうして？
秘密。
It's a secret? They didn't translate that, did they? Okay. I don't know why they didn't translate that. So she said, wait, why don't you draw Dad? And she's like, oh, Dad's going to be gone soon. And he's like, why is Dad going to be gone soon? And she said, he meets it, which means like, that's a secret. I'm not going to tell. Yeah, right. Even my son Maki said, oh, that sounds weird. Yeah. I wish they would have translated though. I mean, that's like a pretty big chunk to just leave out.
あれ、その写真ってどうしたの？
道路から拾った。
Yeah, Jan, I'll
ま
tell
る
you.
でまとわりつく蛇のように、あの鳥居の写真が舞い戻ってきた。
Wait. What?
まる
The photo of that Torii gate. If you guys don't know what the Torii gate is, that's like the red gates that you always see, like the little thing he drew there and the thing that's in the picture right next to it. That's called a Torii gate. The photo of that Torii gate that I found came back to me like a snake. Like a snake what? What? Like a snake clinging to me. Ooh, okay. What do you guys think so far? I want to get your feedback and stuff. Any theories or anything you guys got so far? While you're chatting that up, I got to send Dan a real quick thing, and then he's about to set up his own stream, so I told him I'd help him with this. So talk about it for just a second. Give me just a short moment here. I'm actually, hold on, not to be super rude. I'm going to text him, and I'm also going to just take a break for a second to grab a drink and something to eat. I'm still really hungry. You want anything, Maki, while I'm up? Chocolate milk again? Chocolate milk. Okay. Milk. Oh, whoops. Okay. Ah.
Why? Then why you still?
Because I told everybody like just to discuss and everything. I mean, it's okay. You can make sound. No one cares. Yeah. Room for one of these. Why don't you try that out? Tell me what you think. If you don't like it, it's okay. I'll eat it. All right, guys. Thank you guys for waiting up, dude. Sorry it took me so long. All right. What do we got here? Let me turn the camera back on first of all. Okay. All right. Weird events has me scratching my head. No idea, but this is creepy watching it in darkness. You're doing it the right way, big boss. His family is bizarre. What's with the photo? Get a priest. Yeah, good point. Your son watches these scary movies too? Oh yeah, he can. My son, like, he actually really likes like scary movies and stuff like that. He's probably way braver than I ever was when I was his age with movies like this. The cat is kind of suspicious. Yeah, the cat probably did it. The daughter will always remember those beatings and it won't be good. Yeah, you're totally right. Don't call the police, call a social worker. Maybe all cats are supernatural. Scare me. Was that his wife? Definitely creepy, even in the lighted room. Kind of like jump scares. Oh god, I'm watching this at night in the dark and my cat jumped on me. Okay. All right. So, it's gonna get even weirder. Like, it's not gonna get like crazy or gory or in jump scares or anything like that. But this is just the first story in it follows this family further on. Which the one thing I'm a little bit confused about is you're gonna see in the next part of this, like in part 2, there's like a British lady leading the documentary, and she's like totally absent from this one. I don't know why, but how her father passed away was creepy. Yeah, dude, right? Okay, this is my first time watching this one. I never saw the first one. I didn't realize I watched the second one first. So I'm learning all about the family at the very beginning and how the curse got started. I still don't totally understand why this family is cursed from taking that picture. I don't know where that area is. And I don't know how much significance it's going to play in the future of this, but it's very interesting so far. I'm glad I get to watch this with you guys. This is fun. All right, is everybody okay to continue? Let's go.
まとわりつく蛇のように、あの鳥居の写真が舞い戻ってきた。 数日後、浦家にある来客があった。峰紫音さん。彼女は心霊写真の鑑定や悪霊払いなどの除霊を手掛ける、いわゆる霊能力者である。
これはちょっと強力です。じゃあ何かした方がいいってことですか？そうですね。私がですね見させていただいた中でかなりきつい方のレベルだと思います。これはちょっと本当に早急に何とかしないと結構皆様の身にいろいろなことが降りかかってくると思いますので。ねお父さん。
Okay, a hidden camera.
そうね。お祓いの人が来たんだ。でほら写真見てもらって、このままにしとくとよくないって、お祓いしといた方がいいって。
お祓いって高くつくんだろ？うちにそんな余裕あるの？
いや余裕はないけど、このままにしとくとよくないよね。あんまり気味が悪いからさ。お父さん、私も高春の時みたいなことが嫌だから。
高原のこと言うなって！お前ら勝手にやれ！
What the heck? How is she making fun of you? I think he's like possessed or something by the spirit.
数々の不幸が襲いかかる大家族浦さん一家。その不幸の根源を取り除き、家族の絆を復活させることはできるのだろうか。
ジャストミート。ジャストミート。ジャストミート。
Just meat?
ジャストミート。
What?
皆様、それではこれから始めさせていただきます。これから行うことを決して怖がらずに、おとなしくですね、目をつぶって、行っていってくださいませ。それでは始めたいと思います。
そしていよいよ悪霊払いが始まった。だが父慶一郎さんの
Wait, guys, help me out here. Is Tato, Mr. Tato-san wasn't there according to... Is Tato the name of the dad? Who's Tato-san? Paranormal Activity 0 was set in Japan. You saw that one. Not a lot of people have seen that one. Oh, okay. Dan's going live. Okay, Dan, I'll be over there in a bit. We only got like, how much time left on this? Only about 10 minutes left. Okay. We'll head over to Dan's after this. We'll go do a raid on Dan's stream. Anyway.
姿は
Oh, sorry, guys. Who is Tato-san? All right. Having a blast with this. It's great. Yeah, right? I know. I'm having a good time. How long is this? I never watched the whole thing. It's only 40 minutes total, I think, right? I think the total. Yeah, 40 minutes. Yeah. So we don't have much left. It's only like 10 minutes left. The next part, though, is like much longer, an hour and a half. We're not going to watch all that tonight. Don't worry.
そこにはなかった。
Oh, I think it is the dad for sure. Because I
峰
saw the
紫音
kanji
さん
for
の癒し
Oto-san.
によると、家族に不幸をもたらしている根
Countless
源は
evils? I've never heard
や
that
はり
before.
この鳥居の心霊写真に間違いないという。そして
Wait. Sorry, I didn't get to read that fast enough.
出している根源はやはり
It is said
この
that the
鳥居
spirit
の
haunts
心霊
homes
写
and
真に
families and
間
brings
違いないと
many
いう。
blessings?
そしてこ
But
の
it
鳥
also
居
can
が
bring
出入り
curses.
口となって
Okay.
無数の悪霊が家と家族に取り付き数々の不幸をもたらしているというのである。1時間余りが経過。
This is my favorite band. Which one is that? Is that the eldest daughter? Oh, all right. Hold on. Okay. 3 hours have passed. What? More than 3 hours have passed since the ceremony began? What? All right. Sorry. Let me answer some of these questions real quick because just meet the kid from the photo. Is he dead? Yeah. So that's Takaharu, I believe was the kid's name. And I thought it was a girl. I can't tell if it's a girl or a boy. I can't really tell. They drowned in a river while like just playing over the summer. Does this actually happen in Japan? Yeah, I mean there actually are ceremonies like this to like exorcise evil spirits. I don't know if they're this extreme where someone's screaming, but there has been like I don't know. One thing you got to understand is like Buddhism and Shintoism is just like Christianity where there's like multiple branches. So some branches may have more extreme things that they go through as far as chanting and stuff like this goes. But yes, there are actually, this is not like super common. This is not like an everyday thing. Just like a priest exorcising someone in America with them like screaming and then like being like the power of Christ compels you. Like, yes, that does actually happen sometimes in Catholicism, but it's like not a common everyday thing. Like probably a lot of people would look at that and be like, oh, did we still do that in this religion? I didn't know that. Like it would be kind of in the same light with, Shintoism or Buddhism. I've seen The Exorcist. Yeah, definitely. It's actually an incredibly well-made movie for its time. It was like way ahead of its time. I totally understand why people were freaked out by it back then. All right, it's been 3 hours. Okay. This is good. I'm liking this, man.
りんごちゃん
That is the eldest daughter.
大丈夫ですか
Are you okay? She said. I'm gonna try and burn the photo. I have a feeling this won't work.
はいそれではありがとうございます
Thank you, everybody. Why are they not translating this? Like, so sometimes it's like translated, sometimes not.
非常にちょっと家族の皆様が多かったので、でそれやっぱり追い払うのに、ちょっとかなり間に付き合いましたので、ちょっとなんかあまりびっくりしたんで、ちょっと何も言えない。
なんかすごい体がだるくて疲れてます。でも何が起きたか全然覚えてない。
怖かった。いつもお姉ちゃん叫ばないように苦しそうに叫んでた。お姉ちゃんがね苦しそうだったから、なんかね心配でねなんかねなんか困っちゃった。
The child acting in this is like really good.
大丈夫。写真を焼いてしまったので大丈夫だと思いますけれども、ちょっとお父さんがいらっしゃらない、この除霊に参加されてないということで、ちょっとそのことだけね気になっております。気をつけてほしいものだと思います。はい。
Yeah, something's weird with the dad.
1週間後、我々は浦さん宅を訪れた。以前と同じように家族。
Oh no, is it the dad? Who's Taro then?
どうですか今朝はどんな感じ？
割といいですね。調子いい感じです。
What?
だいぶ、この調子だともう少ししたら仕事できると思うんですけどね。
What?
佃煮できた？隠し味は OK バッチリ。もうちょっと入れた方がいいんじゃない？そう？
牛肉の佃煮に舌鼓を打つ。
Wait. Hold on. Sorry, I didn't get to read what they said about the cat. What are they adding to it? It just looks like a buttload of salt.
もうちょっと入れた方がいいんじゃない？そう？
Just salt?
牛肉の佃煮に舌鼓を打つ。
Father and cat relationship as usual. Oh, okay.
お父さん、僕も牛肉食べたい。
Uh-oh. They did something.
こっちおいでじゃあ。
Uh-oh.
あれ？
ダメ！
なんで？
子供に朝から牛肉なんか。ほら、ここ座って。
What, dude?
パパね、病気だから。ね、体力つけないとね。
ダン。じゃあ大きくなってからね、食べなさい。
They definitely poisoned the dad. Whoop! What was that? Oh, okay. You dropped your phone? That was like super loud. Holy cow, you scared me. That scared the crap out of me. Uh-oh, the cat's gonna die first. No, not the nickel. Not the nickel, right?
週末、浦さん一家は久しぶりに家族全員でピクニックに出かけた。そして家族全員でのひとときはこれが最後となった。それから10日後、我々は浦家にとんでもない事態が起こったという知らせを受けた。
主人が帰ってこないんですよ。で、今日で5日目になります。心当たりは全部電話してみたんですけど、うちの実家まで電話したんですけど、みんな知らない。
思い当たる原因みたいなものはありますか？
これなんですけども。
Is this the photo again?
写真入ってたんですよ。
裏家への呪縛は続いていた。そこにはお祓いしたはずのあの鳥居の写真があった。数日後、司さんは警察に捜索願いを提出。しかし慶一郎さんの消息はおろか、わずかな手がかりさえも得られなかった。我々は裏家に舞い込んでくる、いつどこで誰が撮影したかわからない不気味な写真を調査。そして驚くべき事実を知る。
Erased? What does that mean?
実はこの写真は以前あるテレビ番組。
Oh, that's too much too fast. Give me a second. Furthermore, there was also information that someone had a horrifying experience after picking up this photo. What do they mean it's the only photo that could be erased? Can you guys understand what that means? I don't get it. Yeah, cats are really good luck. Yeah, right? Chiptooth, dude, you're totally right. You said you had a feeling the photo was going to come back. Me too, man. I thought the exact same thing. I was still kind of shocked, though, at the same time.
番組で取り上げられたことがあり、その後この写真だけが忽然と消え失せたという事実が分かった。さらにこの写真を拾い、恐ろしい体験をしたという情報も相次いだ。我々は岐阜県に飛び、日本霊能者協会会長でもある霊能力者松井千天氏のもとを訪れ、
これを持ってたのはある家族からちょっとお借りしてきた。
あ、そう、
はい、
その家族全然問題ない？なんか非常に悪い霊気が入った写真なんやけど。
ですね、実はそれを持っていた家族のお父様が失踪してしまいまして、
その方亡くなってるんじゃない？この写ってるのがね、1、2、3、4、5、6、これいっぱい集まってきてる写真だから、これ。
さんが、その鳥居の近くをさまよって、
So I asked him, did he say, so I asked him if he was alive or dead?
4、5、6、これいっぱい集まってきてる写真だから、これ。
さんが、その鳥居の近くをさまよって、
Who, the dad?
それで聞いたんだけど、生きてるか死んでるかっていうの。
Okay, so the dad's name is Keiichiro.
一体慶一郎さんはなぜ失踪したのか。もし松井さんの言うように亡くなっているとしたら、彼はこの恐ろしい写真に取り込まれ、鳥居の中をさまよっているのだろうか。
This photo was taken before he disappeared. What are they talking about? I'm super confused. So because the photo showed up again?
1ヶ月ぶりに浦さんのお宅を訪れた。父の失踪を乗り越え、家族たちは今まで見たことのない明るい笑顔を浮かべていた。不思議なことに父の失踪以来、あの写真もピタッと来なくなり、子供たちの怪我もなくなったという。父の失踪を乗り越え、家族は輝きにあふれていた。
What does that say? Here lies a... Oh, no. Not the cat. Yo, hold on. I want to read some of these. Give me a second here. Mama to Oni-san. Doko. Okay, where... Something like, where did... I can't see who they're asking, but one of them says, like, where did this person go? Maybe it says the dad. Mama ga Papa no wa. But I can't read her kanji writing. It's too bad. Maki, could you help me read this one? Do you have time? It's like little kids writing, so. All right. Come on. It's okay if you're on camera. You're fine, dude. All right. What does this one say?
And mom pushed the dad's ladder. The dad climbing up the ladder.
Dad was climbing up the ladder and mom pushed it. Okay. All right. Interesting. Okay. We were all just given a little bit of a hint from my son there who was translating for us. Excellent. All right. All right. Mama wa kibu na papa wa. Oh, mom and dad were fighting. I can read that one. All right. So mom and dad were fighting. Mom pushed dad off the ladder. Where did dad go? He's probably buried next to the cat. All right. All right. Interesting. Interesting. Wait. Hold on. What was that one with someone floating in the water? Wait. Too far. All right. Papa wa kodomo o korosu. Dad killed. Oh, what? Dad killed kids? Look, if you look, okay, yeah, you guys can see my mouse, right? Okay, so right here it says Papa wa kodomo o korosu, and there, in my opinion, this is what it looks like. This is like water flowing through. This is a kid floating in the water, and this is blood coming off the kid. So did he kill Takaharu? All right. What happened? Why'd your message get retracted? I didn't block anything. I didn't promise. What happened? Mom's savage. All right, Scott, you should watch Ravenous. I think I've seen that one. That's the one where it's like it's like Civil War era, and like they start eating each other and stuff. Is that the one you're talking about? I've seen that one. It's pretty good. Poor kitty. Yeah, man, I'm so sad the cat had to go. To hurt a cat is like breaking a mirror of bad luck. Yeah, it's not good. I had a feeling the photo would be bad. Awesome movie. It's raining here in Kire Uriwara, Osaka, which is what amped up the creepiness. Oh, I love watching creepy movies in the middle of the rain at night in the dark. Cool. All right, let's try to finish this out. Oh, wait, hold on. This one I can't read. It's kind of blurry. Papa to tadashi no rike wa isho ni ten. Can I ask you to tell me one more? I can't, it's too blurry for me. Can you read that one? Oh, yeah, but I understand. Okay, it says dad and the cat are both dead. All right. Because I remember the cat's name is it's like the Ken or something like that. Yeah, dad, it seems like dad may have killed the kid that disappeared. That's why, notice the kids are always getting injured when he's supposedly there while they're studying and stuff. Hold on. Tari-chan ga papa o gastomito? Hatari-chan. And I think that's Hataraku, the kid who died. And I think the nickname is probably a Hatari-chan. And Papa. Oh, gastomito. Oh, just mito. Okay, guys. I think I've figured this out. You see he's taking a bat and hitting somebody? I think the mom got that one kid who always just keeps swinging the bat and says, just meat. to hit the dad to finally like finish him off. All right, well, let me read what you guys have right here. I think the dad killed the kid that supposedly drowned. Yeah, the dad might accidentally killed the kid. So if this is a prequel, what's going on in the next one? Oh, just you wait. It's the next one gets really good. Oh, what was that last one? This is so interesting. Like little hints and everything as we go through it. It's so interesting. Come on, show that last photo again. Mama to one-chan ga doko. I can't read this. What is she written there? Her handwriting's too bad. Mom and sister, where did they go? I think it says. Ah, here we go. This is the one. Okay. Okuban. Can I ask you one last one? Sorry. This one's easier to read, but I can't.
No go.
Who's a ghost now?
I don't know the guy.
Mama and Shashinwa. Google don't quite work with. Well, we can try. All right, let's see. Okay, so what I think this one says is, Mom took a picture because here it says Mama Shashin wa. Hold on, I got the hiccups. I don't want to have 100 of them. All right, got the hiccups now. Okubane. So like someone's become a ghost after Mom took the picture. That's about what I can make out. Oh, the kitty cat. It said she put poison. It said. Is that what it said? What? I got the hiccups. Okay. So Chiptooth, you could read it better than I could then. So she put poison in what? The dad's stuff? Oh, not Doku. Duh, Scott. You dummy. Okay, thank you, Chiptooth. Thank you for clearing that up. Okay. Doku means poison. Okay. All right, hold on. Let me check. God, why I got the hiccups so bad now? All right. God dang it. All right. However, the following events and people actually existed. What? Hold on. Okay. This is Gungun. Oh, sorry. This program is fiction. However, the following events and people actually existed. What? Why isn't the person translating this, dude? Okay. All right. This program is fiction, but the following events and people actually existed. Large family data. Okay. All right. It's just listing the people involved, like. Ghost photo of Tory Gate. Oh, god dang, stupid hiccups. Hold on, give me a second, guys. Don't worry, I haven't hit 100 yet. I'm only at like 6 or 7. So I'm going to keep living. I think I'll be okay. All right. Produced by Fuji Television. Okay, whatever. All right, what does this one say? Accumulating facts. It doesn't necessarily have to be true. What do you guys think, man? That was good, right? I'm surprised she does the exercise since her husband was such a fanatic about them. Well, that's kind of like a happy family thing to do, the Radio Taiso stuff. Sorry, I'm trying to get rid of my hiccups. Man. The second part's really good too. We won't have time tonight because if I watch that tonight, it's going to be like 1 a.m. by the time we finish. But holy cow, that was good. The best thing is like I had tried to watch that before, but the only version of it that was like up on YouTube was like really bad pixelation. It was like 144p by like 300p. It was bad. God dang, stupid hiccups. I gotta eat something or. Did you eat that thing I gave you? You kind of ate it? Okay, I'll eat the rest. Give me a second. You like it? It's marshmallow dip.
I didn't like that green.
Oh, it's marshmallow. Marshmallow cream. All right, sorry guys, I'm just trying to get this down so I stop getting hiccups. So, this is my first time ever doing something like this, like having a movie and watching it with viewers. This actually went pretty well. I didn't think about the fact that when we're watching, it's always going to be subtitles, so we can keep talking and not like miss what people are saying. This is pretty fun. All right, I want to see part 2 now. All right. What should we do? Should we do part 2 tomorrow sometime? Do you guys have time at all to like watch something tomorrow? Let me see how long. I remember I have seen part 2 already, so I kind of know what's going to happen. Trust me, if you liked part 1, part 2 is like double better. Like it is good. It gets into some really creepy stuff. It's still about the same. Like it's like not gory, no jump scares or anything like that. But oh wait, I found banned from television 1. Oh no, dang it. No, that's not it. That's fake. All right, that's the prequel. Okay, hold on. Oh, yeah. Okay. So, part 2, if you want to find it yourself and watch it on your own time, it's okay. I understand. But it's just on Asian Horror, it's just called Psycho the Large Family, and it doesn't say prequel on it. But the next movie is over an hour and 35 minutes long. So, tonight would be a bit much to try and make it through it. But man, this was good. All right, is tomorrow good for everybody? You want to see more of this type of stuff in general? Don't worry, Big Boss. If you're interested in seeing more, you came to the right place. This is the kind of stuff I want to focus on for Osoroshii. Is like between, some of the scary games is good. Some of them have some pretty good stories to talk about. But like there's these like little horror movies that like nobody knows anything about. there's just these like little indie horror movies who like think about how simplistic it was for them to create a scare. Like literally the only prop was a picture. And the rest of it's just like a family going about their everyday, except, getting a little bit of, craziness going on here and there. But this is why I love Asian horror so much is they tell us something scary because they take the everyday and give it that slight twist that pushes us into the realm of the uncanny. And I feel like, honestly, that's what big Hollywood is getting wrong all the time recently, is they just keep doing these stupid, it's another slasher flick again. It's another, like, people die in horrific, gory ways again. Like, they've lost the ability to tell a story and have just instead returned to beating us over the head with the same gory ideas again and again. Whereas, like, Asian horror is always trying to create, like, these little spins on what's a normal everyday thing and just twisting it just enough to be like, ooh, that kind of gives me the creeps. What's going on with this family? What's going on with this situation? And this is the kind of stuff I love. This is kind of more of the stuff I want to cover on Osoroshii. So we are going to go through an entire dissection of this series of movies. We'll watch the second one tomorrow. And trust me, if you like the one today, the one tomorrow is, part 2 is way better even. It's just like this. It doesn't get like gory or, jump scares or anything crazy or disgusting, but it just pushes the story a little bit further where you're like, what is going on? This is wild. That's why the Twilight Zone was epic. Dude, Chip Chuth, you've got it, man. Exactly. A Twilight Zone and what was the other one? The Outer Limits. Those used to be the best because they would take a scenario you could relate to and then just add, but what if to each little bit of those scenarios. And that's what really, for me personally, that's what pulls me in, where I can like relate to the story. I can relate to the characters. I can, connect with the everyday life that these people are living, but then add that little dash of, but what if, right? All right, Dark Tales of Japan next. Oh, Dubman, yeah, dude, some of the Dark Tales of Japan are so good. There's so many of those too. Like, if you guys don't know what he's talking about, there's these like little shorts. They're like kind of short stories, yeah, they kind of some of those are like super scary. Dubman, have you watched the one with the ghost in the basketball? That one about knocked me out of my seat the first time I saw it. It creeped me out so much. Dumb slashers can be fun too. You're right. That's true. Don't get me wrong. They still have their value. But unless there's something that really draws me in, or with slashers, I feel like you really have to be able to connect with the characters to like not want to see them die, or you need to connect maybe even with the person who is the slasher person to understand why he needs his vengeance, or somehow connect with the final girl to be like, oh, I really want to see her survive or live, or it's, I understand why they're after her and stuff like that. And I feel like a lot of Hollywood movies these days are starting to lose track of why. Just why is this even going on? Like they're just kind of like, scary movie need blood good. Now movie's scary. Like that's what I feel like recently. I mean, I could be wrong. Correct me if I am, but I've really been disappointed. Do you guys remember recently, like in the past couple of years, America tried to reboot The Ring with Rings? They tried to reboot Ju-on with their version of The Grudge. Holy cow, were those bad. So even when they try to twist or take over like an Asian presence, it goes horribly wrong. Other than that, I mean, the only other Western movie I've seen, and this is not a Hollywood one though, this is again an indie, because I feel like the only one who can ever tell a story anymore is indie devs within games and indie directors. I saw the TV Glow. That was the most recent American horror movie that I saw. I think actually that's Canadian. I could be wrong. But that was the last one I saw where I was like, this is something new and a decent story and, takes my mind to a new place as far as horror is concerned. I love Rod Sterling. Yeah, Rod Sterling was the best, man. It was some good stuff. Modern slashers have boring villains. Yes, Thrustavius, I agree. Plain lame characters that you don't care if they live or die. Well, they're like, sometimes it's like they make the characters so unlikable that you're like, why would I even care? Like, don't even involve me in this story. I don't care if any of these characters live or die. Like, you have to connect with some sort of empathy, some sort of like everyman situation, or some sort of like strife or struggle that we can relate to in contemporary life. And I feel like a lot of movies these days are failing to do that when it comes to horror. We have either laughably bad extreme versions of certain dispositions within American culture, or we have absolutely nothing written into the character where it's like this is written so much like an everyday everyman that it's lost everything to the point of being a vanilla, unlikable, uncaring, unempathetic character that who cares if he gets blown away within the wind and becomes nothing but dust. No one cares because you've not created any sort of connection, compassion, sympathy, or empathy with these characters. That old lady with the basketball. Yes, Dubman, you know what I'm talking about. Oh, man. We'll have to show that to everybody and really scare them out of their seats. Why try it with even British properties? Hell, why try that with even British properties? Some of British stuff is not so scary, is what you're saying? Have you seen Hereditary? Heck yeah, I've seen Hereditary. Now, Hereditary, that was a good, scary movie, man. That man pushed your mind into like new boundaries. Now, I will say the follow up to that, the next one, what was it called? Midsummer. That was kind of so. I was kind of like, okay. Like the beginning of Midsummer, I thought was a pretty freaky start, but then kind of the way it ends, you're kind of like, oh, all right, I guess. I wasn't as blown away with that one, but man, Hereditary, that was a breath of fresh air when it came to horror. Holy cow. The limit that he pushed that to. Now, that director also came out with Beau is Scared, and I'm kind of interested in seeing that, but I don't know exactly like if that's considered in the horror genre. Christopher Lee was my favorite horror actor. Christopher Lee is good. Yeah, Midsummer. Midsummer. I mean, I can totally get why people liked it and everything, and I don't want to spoil it for anybody, but there is a certain part of that main character that I feel like you can connect with. Like I think we've all had a point in our life where we want to kind of get away from it all. So I like that aspect of how the character is written, but just some of the absurd ways that people die, and you're just like, nobody notices these people missing. Like, come on, dude, what? I meant it goes so far they try to Americanize British shows even. Oh, yeah. They tried to make an American version of the IT Crowd, and that failed miserably. Even though they brought the one, what is he, like Irish or Scottish actor on? That scene where she sees her mom in the basement is such an understated ghost scene. Yeah. All right, what do you guys say to Tech? Scott, would you like to act in or create / direct a full horror scary movie in the future? Chiptooth. I've tried to actually do it. They're pretty bad. I don't know. I'm kind of embarrassed to even talk about them. They were super fun to shoot. I made a couple on my channel. If you go back through the channel like way ages ago, I have one called Song of Dreams. What's the other one? I can't even remember my own. Smudge Mouth. That was another of the horror movies I made. And Cursed Urban. It's actually where my friend Dan got his name for his YouTube channel from, was a movie him and I made called Cursed Urban. Oh, and there was another one called Abaddonic Bible. That's some OG unrested content. Yeah. the movies I made were kind of like really kind of crap. I don't know. I mean, I had a lot of fun making them, especially A Song of Dreams. Like, I had a ton of fun making that movie. But I mean, it's nothing like no one would consider it like a watchable entry to any kind of horror film. But yeah, Chip Tooth, if I had money, budget, time, and the actors, oh my God, yeah, dude, I would. I've got so many horror ideas I'd love to put out there. And I think I would push for my movie to be in the realm of existential horror. I think that's the really hardest hitting stuff, the kind where after you watch it, you keep thinking about the ideas put forward, not in a like, oh my God, I'm traumatized by seeing such gory scenes, but what if my life really did go in that direction and took me down that path? Like, what would I do? How would I deal with that? Um, I don't know. The one about the girl in the window. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Fun crap is worth it. Yeah, exactly. Fun crap is worth it. It was super fun. I made a bunch of goofy horror movies. The last one I made, Song of Dreams, like every actor was just me, like in a different costume or with a mask on and stuff like that, because I couldn't get anybody to act in it at all, except for my kids actually played like a ghost type person in it for a little while. That was cool. They did awesome. Um, but yeah, man, it would be my dream to be able to shoot a full horror movie, especially in Japan. There's places in Japan where I would love, love, love to film. There's an area, I talked about it just earlier, Dobutsu and Mae. If you ever go through that area when you're visiting Osaka, it is not a nice area. It's really grotesque, but it would make the absolute best grindhouse, like ultra pitch black dark horror. And I would love to be able to film a movie out there, but those are just dreams. Those are just dreams now. This is, I think maybe one day, like, if things in my life slow down for a bit, maybe my kids are off in college, it's just me and my wife are living here, I have some more time to work a little bit harder on a long YouTube video. Maybe one day I'll make another horror movie for my new Osoroshii Nights channel. So a horror movie about a person we don't know if they go crazy. Yeah. To be honest, for my members vid, I might just want a remake of your old intro where you rap. No clue if you remember that. Yeah, I remember the whole rap. A couple of your first vids. Yeah, okay, all right. I mean, if that's what you want, man, I'll do it. I'm a horrible singer rapper, but I'd love to. Make an Osoroshii manga, like Junji Ito type manga. That would be fun. I think I could actually see that coming to fruition. Taking the time to sit down, and maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll make one episode of Osoroshii completely hand drawn. Untested. Yeah, dude, you remember some of this stuff? An animation of you spinning around. I'll do it, man. I'll do it. I still remember all the lyrics to the song and everything. All right. So what do you guys think? Fun night? It was fun to sit down and watch a horror movie together. I had a blast, dude. This was like actually, it went way better than I thought it would. I honestly, the best of everything when it comes to streaming with you guys is I more so just enjoy the dialogue of just talking about like memories of our own favorite horror stuff, things we used to watch in the past. Chip Tooth bringing up the old Twilight Zone stuff. You guys talking about horror movies you've seen before, what you liked and didn't like. Yeah, man, it's fun, dude. It just feels like hanging out with a bunch of good friends, dude. I love it, man. I tell you, people always ask, they're like, should I keep a diary to like, or like, should I write down my feelings to feel some sort of cathartic feeling or healing or get back in touch with, myself and like do some mental healing and stuff like that. And I say, like, honestly, one thing that I feel like this is my journaling, this is my cathartic reach out to a community that like makes me feel whole and everything. Like reaching out and hanging out with you guys and chilling and talking about all our favorite stuff. Because like guys, obviously we all share a lot of the same likes and like hobbies and everything like that. So this is always the best for me. Did you like Beau is Afraid? I didn't actually watch it yet. I've been questioning if I should. Like, is it actually scary? I heard the only thing I heard about it was that like it's kind of nonsensical. Like, some people were telling me like the ending or how it like finishes up is kind of like unsatisfying. Like you're just kind of like, what? Okay. So I don't know. I should still give it a try. I shouldn't go off of people's ideas and stuff like that. There's horror movies I've seen before that kind of end like, huh? All right. And I'm still like, well, that was still pretty darn good though. All right. All right. So here's what I'm thinking for tomorrow night. We're going to start a little bit early because obviously we all got work on Monday. Well, I don't know if we all have work on Monday, but a lot of us do. We'll start a little bit earlier tomorrow. I'm thinking maybe we'll jump into it at around 6:30 so that we can possibly end sometime around 8:30 and still get a good night's rest because it's important. I want to see all you guys get your sleepy time, okay? Do teachers in Florida make good money? Yeah, we're the worst paid state in all of America. Does that answer your question? We actually are the lowest. Used to be Mississippi made the absolute lowest and we were in second, but now Florida makes the absolute lowest money of everybody. Honestly, to be quite frank with you guys, it's one of the reasons I'm switching the account over, the AdSense account over to my American Bank account. I have property taxes. I have property insurance coming up. I'm remortgaging my house. And, you know, I know not many people think about this, and this is not like my boo-hoo weep for me story, but I am kind of like, you know, obviously still married, 2 kids, but right now my situation is like being a single father in America raising a kid on one salary and paying a mortgage by myself. So I am switching this over because I can use a little bit of extra cash right now. Like things, it's not super tight or anything, but I want to try and make sure I'm as financially secure as possible when it comes to like dealing with my very first property here in America. So, like I said, as always, you guys who are members, you guys who just give me the views, hit that subscribe button or just even do like it means a lot, man, because it's, you know, I've always said I don't do this for the cash. That the money YouTube pays is a pittance compared to my actual salary, but that little extra $200 or $300 every once, maybe 2 months, it helps out. It helps out. You were thinking about getting your teaching license in Florida? I don't want to knock the career. I would still say do it. We don't get the same type of license as the other states. We don't have to take the praxis. We take Florida's own original test. So I don't know. You can talk to me about it later. If you want, hit me up at the official unrested at gmail.com and you can talk to me more about becoming a teacher. I'm going to Japan for the first time. Have you ever met a salaryman on a train? Yeah, of course, man. I hung out with a bunch of salarymen. I used to like, especially on the weekends when my friends and I, this is like way before I was married and everything, when we'd go out drinking, there'd always be like some cool salaryman who'd just want to hang out with Gaijin for the first time. And it's some of the funniest, best, awesome situations I've ever had where they're just like, you know, a few sheets to the wind, we're a few sheets to the wind. And they've been this tight knit, super uptight, conservative salaryman. And for the first time ever, they run into a couple of like punk rock metal looking guys who are Gaijin. And they want to talk to you about how their passion has always been for like metal or punk or something like that, something they can't talk about at their job. And they just see you and they're like, I can talk to a Gaijin about this and they're not going to be like freaked out or like weirded out that I'm just here to talk about my favorite music or my favorite video game or anything. And I mean, those are some really awesome, memorable conversations. I'll never forget. I had like a really long conversation about like the history of metal with a drunk salaryman in the middle of a McDonald's at midnight who went out and like bought everybody with us like drinks and everything. It was a good time, man. I've had some good times hanging out with salarymen. All right, see you guys all tomorrow. Uh-oh, you made him self-conscious. Dan, okay. Actually, guys, if you want to keep the party going, I'm going to head over to Dan's channel. It's Cursed Urban. I would like, if we could, like go over there and give him a bit of a raid. It's his first night. Well, I don't know if it's his first night, but it's his first night trying to work with OBS and stream and stuff on his channel. I'll write down the name again here. You don't have to do this. Don't feel like obligated or anything. I'm just going to go over there and give him some support for him trying out OBS streaming for the first time in a while. I'm going to head on over there. I'm going to talk to Dan, see how he's doing, and I'll see you guys over there if you come. Tomorrow, let's try around 6:30 Eastern Standard Time, and we'll watch part 2 of Psycho, The Large Family. And if you were wondering how that translates, the translation I've seen is, damn, that's a big family. But really, that doesn't really make much sense because Psycho is kind of like amazing, cool, incredible. So anyway, guys, it's been a blast. You guys are awesome. Always super fun to hang out with you. Members, I'm supposedly there is a way for me to put out a members video tomorrow, but I may just make a free-for-all video to try and inform people about what's going on with the AdSense, because for some people, they're still listed as a member, but they notice they can't use some of the member benefits. I just want to let people know that they're not being charged for the next month, and that we're waiting for permission from YouTube to allow me to change my accounts. Looking forward to tomorrow night's Osoroshii. Yeah, dude. I hope you come along too, Chiptooth, man. You're always fun to have a talk with here. For the homies rating Cursed Urban now. All right, guys, I'll see you over there if you head over to Cursed Urban. If you don't, thanks again for hanging out. It's been